Hello YouTubers, welcome to another episode. As you can tell from the title, we're competing at the European Beach Sprints Championships here in Turkey. Our first race of the day is the time trial, but before we get to that later on in the day, we've got to get the body woken up, and of course we've got to fuel up, get some food, because remember, food is fuel. This morning's fuel is just a little lighter bite before we get onto a little run, and then we have another lighter bite before we get on to warming up pre-race. Oh, there you go. Ready?
Yeah.
And we're on our first piece of exercise for the day. We want to make sure our body is ready. So we're out here on the streets of Turkey outside our hotel. Just 15-20 minutes steady running. And then when we get to the race, we can really yam on it. Now we're sweaty. Time to get more fit. Just a light snack now. We've only got maybe less than 2 hours before our race. So we've been watching some people already on the live stream. Saul sent in on his time trial the water out there, which we'll see in a minute. Looks to be pretty manageable. So excited to get over to the beach and show you guys. But now let's continue to fuel up. Because remember, food is fuel. Yeah. Second fueling complete. Now we're heading to the course. Beautiful beach access, and the course is right there. So just a short walk, and we can now see the conditions ourselves for the day after watching them on the live stream. Looking pretty tame. So the strategy changes where, like I said earlier on the run, just got to focus on doing the basics right and yamming on it.
Let's go.
And we've got Big James. How was it?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah? Look good? Tired?
Yeah.
And now for a little bit of mobility before we can get on to the erg, before we do a little bit of a dance between us and the people on the machines to start our warm-up and time before we get onto the walk. And that is the warm-up complete, the full warm-up. Just waiting at the start-finish line, watching the juniors mixed doubles coming thick and fast. For us, we've got 10-15 minutes before we get onto the water and apply maximum yam. So see you on the water. And we have the results for our first time trial. Unfortunately, we ended in 11th place, which means we're into the second time trial of the day to try and secure a top 16 place to then progress on to the next round. The race itself, as we mentioned, not our best. A couple of things to work on. In theory, a good opportunity to do so. I think the adrenaline was going. It's our first international race together. We just weren't synced up as a unit. And then a couple of mistakes you probably saw, just going around the turn, etc. So seconds to gain, better that than we're coming off the water thinking that was amazing and we're down the bottom. So now we figure out timings for the next race, not too long, maybe about an hour-ish till the next one. Warm back up, get ready. We're going again here in Turkey. Whoa. Okay, now we've had a little bit of fuel, not been too long. Had a little bit of a rest with Big James. And now we do another lovely warm-up. So some yogging, some erging, and then you've seen it all before. So we'll see you on the water for time trial 2.
Bye.
And we're on our warm down walk, power walk, post racing. Much better than the first time trial, I would say. Tish, what do you think?
Agreed. Yeah, we definitely were rowing better together, and so hopefully we can take that through to the side-by-sides tomorrow. Yeah.
That is if we've even made it to the side-by-side tomorrow. So we don't know how our times compare to everyone yet. So we're just taking one step at a time. We're dealing with the cards we're dealt, keeping hydrated, keeping fueled. So we'll see you on day 2.
Bye.
Great, can you give a thumbs up? So we've ended up getting the time trial results with numero 1, first in the second time trial, so that puts us in 9th place overall. So we'll be racing 8th place tomorrow in our first race. So we'll see you tomorrow. So we've made it to the second day of the European Beach Sprints Championships. The weather this morning is slightly different to yesterday. We've got a little bit more cloud in the sky, a little bit cooler, and a little bit windier. But the water's staying pretty flat. Maybe later in the day it'll be different. That's a future Yamsquad to look forward to. For now though, we get out on the water here behind us, get on and race against Croatia post warm-up. On the warm-up run, ended up not being enough ergs for Tish and I to warm up in good time. So I'm on a little bit of a run. Tish is on the erg, getting our first warm-up of the day in, pre-race. As always, even with a little bit of exercise in the morning, the heart rate picks up a little bit quicker. Plus, obviously, we've had some racing yesterday, so that adds to it as well. So just getting the heart rate up, having confidence that the body will be waking up. Then we get back to the course and get onto the water. So see you there. And we've made it on our power warm down walk. Much better race there in the side by each. Well done to the Croatians.
Yes.
Good race. Tish, thoughts on the race?
I think the turn was pretty good. We were a bit down coming off the start because I was trying to get a nice clean entry, but it meant that maybe I was a little bit slower. But I think our rowing speed was pretty good. We rowed quite nicely, and then yeah, did a pretty good turn, I think. And then it was pretty heavy on the way back in, but we just were yamming on it.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty good.
Came away with the dub. So that was a step on from the second time trial, I think.
Yeah.
Now we have a big gap for the afternoon, so we can watch some of the racing on the live stream, of course, in the shade. Fuel up, rest up, recover. But the way the rankings and everything work, it means we go against the ranked number one. So it shall be a very interesting race. Nothing to lose. Go out there, yam on it, deal with the cards we're dealt, and see where we end up.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Food is fuel. And we've made it back to the restaurant after a little bit of business on the laptop for another opportunity to fuel up. Because remember, fuel is food. Tish, how are you feeling? Perfect, absolutely fantastic. Tish is fueling up, and I will see you after we finish. Go James! Yes! And James Cox with the gold in the men's single. And now it's our turn to head to the course and apply maximum yam. Quarterfinal, number one against the Lithuanians, who are the fastest in the time trial. So we're just going to head out there and go as fast as we can and see where that puts us. For now, we have to warm up for that quarterfinal, which you've already seen today and yesterday. So we'll see you on the water. We'll have a little catch up post our last race of the day.
Let's go!
On this sprint, Martikionis.
Off he goes. Fire up a start here for Lithuania.
So much energy, there's no fatigue in these athletes at all. And a great start by the Lithuanians. What happened with Great Britain there?
Just a little bit slower into the entry by Searson. So they were just a bit slower getting off the blocks, but we know they can come back into it with their big, long, powerful strokes. But look at the rate from Lithuania here. They're just powering through down the middle of the course.
Top quality rowing from Lithuania because they're doing it and they're doing it smoothly. Cam Buchan is really rowing long, trying to push that back end. There he is. And the British left with a lot to do as they come round this left-hand turn.
Hold. Yep.
Great turn from the Lithuanians. Game on for Martina and Dominicus. They still lead on the downward leg. Now, had they put too much into that sprint out because their rating was high, they were really surging, and Dominicus, he looks round there, the Lithuanian bowman, just to see, are they going to be clear of that mid-boy?
Yeah, Great Britain here. I feel like this way home now is going to suit them. Those big, long lie backs here, they're coming right back into it. One exit there from Lithuania. Cam Buchan is out for Great Britain. He is doing all he can to get up that beach. This is going to be closer than we thought, but Lithuania firing up to that buzzer, booking his spot into the semi-final. That is an elimination for Great Britain.
Not the best result for that race, but couldn't have even got close without the big man Lewis Lukiu giving us a big 1-2 jump on the end. Oh, cool that down. And just finishing up watching the finals of the European Beach Sprints Championships mixed doubles there, just finishing off. Congratulations to Portugal for taking the overall dub. But for us, unfortunately, ending up with, what is it, where does that put us? 8? You look at times, but between 6 and 8, 5th and 8th, roughly. The race itself, Tish?
I think overall it was a pretty good race. Had good straight line speed, good boat speed, which is good. So we just got to take the positives into our next bit of training towards Worlds. So yeah.
And it's just a little bit frustrating because we have high expectations, but as always, it's about dealing with the cards we're dealt, and it's trying to be more process driven than outcome driven, which is definitely easier said than done. Process wise, if you compare our time trial performance yesterday versus the performance there, that was a significant improvement. The Lithuanians are also the world champions from last year, so to be able to race against such high caliber beach sprinters and come away with pretty tight racing is a good sign, but obviously not quite the result we were hoping for. But again, process pretty positive. And that is the end of the European Beach Sprints vlog episode, sadly. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And just before we finish off the episode, 2 things. One, I've realized that over 50% of the viewers do not subscribe to the channel. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And of course, just want to thank the coaches, the boat handlers, everyone that made this event here run so smoothly. As you saw earlier, Lewis, we thanked him, Tom, Letitia, boat handlers getting us away quickly. And they learn too, they're part of the team in racing, they can make a big difference in our racing. And obviously, congratulations to Saul for his gold medal, James for his gold medal, and Laura for her silver medal. We would love to also have a medal to share with them, but that's for future Yamsquad to look forward to. Lastly, hit that like button if you haven't already. Let us know in the comments below if you think we can improve anything together or any video improvements I could make, and we'll see you in the next episode.